Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today, having some fun with the Bard class in Historic Best of 3. Before I get into the list and talk a little bit about it, the usual YouTube stuff, like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Thank you very much for doing that. And information about the deck list and timestamps are in the description as always. So this is a deck by Yaking. I found it on Aether Hub. I will definitely post the original deck list in the description as well as the Goldfish deck list if you prefer that deck list. So, the Bard class, a card that I kind of dismissed when I first saw it spoiled a few weeks ago. However, I have one friend who insisted that the Bard class was going to be awesome and super powerful. Well, I finally listened to that friend and decided to craft this deck, and boy, am I glad that I did, because this thing has been so fun to play. Let's take a look at the Bard class, because the entire deck hinges on this card. It is an enchantment for a red and a green, and it says legendary creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them. Now, that's kind of the downside of this card. When you play this out on turn 2, you're not going to be getting any immediate value from this card. But that's okay, because we're not super interested in level 1. We are super interested in level 2 and level 3. Level 2 reads, for a red and a green, legendary spells you cast cost red, green, less to cast. This effect reduces only the amount of colored mana you pay. So let's say this is the scenario. It's turn 2, you play out your Bard class, pass to your opponent. Your opponent does some stuff, passes back to you. You play out your land for the turn. What would you rather do on turn 3? Would you rather play out a Radha or a Klothys? Or would you rather level your Bard class up to level 2, then play out a Radha for 1 generic, and get a 4/4 Radha? Or play out a Klothys for 1 generic, and it stays as a 4/5 probably because you're not going to turn it on into a creature. Still, a 1 mana Klothys. Pretty good. Or let's say a free Targnar that's going to be coming in as a 3/3 instead of a 2/2. Or a Gallia for free that comes in as a 3/3. You see where I'm going with this, right? There's no reason to not level up to level 2 if you have basically anything else in your hand, because you're just going to cast it out for that awesome cost reduction. So, after that, we have level 3. Level 3 is 3 generic, a red, and a green, and this is where the deck basically turns into a combo storm deck. It says, whenever you cast a legendary spell, not a legendary creature, legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. You get this up to level 5 with the cost reduction, and things are going to go wild. Every card in this column right here is going to be free. You play it out, you get to exile the top 2 cards of your library, play those cards out. Things just keep going and keep going and keep going. Now here's the kicker. Let's say we get Nylia Keen-Eyed onto the battlefield. Well, she has a very important line of text. Creature spells you cast cost 1 generic less to cast. That means your Karizev is suddenly free. Your Magda is free. Your Domri is free. Your Klothys is free. And your Radha is free with the combination of Nylia and Bard class on level 2. All of these cards are free. They're all entering the battlefield with +1/+1 on them, or maybe more if you have multiple Bard classes on the field, and you're going to be exiling the top 2 cards of your library and continuing the chain if you're on level 3. It just gets insane. So what does it matter, though, if we're just loading up the battlefield with a bunch of okay creatures that are, maybe +1/+1, +2/+2 if you're lucky with the second Bard class? Well, the reason we're doing this is because eventually we're going to dig down to a Samet creature or a Samet planeswalker. Both of these things say creatures you control have haste. Other creatures you control have haste. She has natural haste. So, you go wide, you got some pretty good value creatures, and then suddenly they have haste, and you swing in for lethal, and the game is over. And that's basically what we're setting out to do. I've had so much fun playing this. Once it gets going, it's just this wonderful engine that you're going to enjoy playing it, trust me. Now, there are a few other cards in the deck that continue supporting the plan that we have. We do have Toski. Just in case we don't hit a Bard class, we might need to find some extra card draw. Putting out a Toski when you have some pretty good low-to-the-ground attackers, I think is going to be very beneficial to the deck. Only playing 1 in the main, though. Then we are also playing Jaya's Inferno and then the Druidic Vow. Both of these are legendary sorceries. Both legendary sorceries. The kicker here is that we can only cast them if we have a legendary creature or planeswalker on the field. We're probably going to meet that requirement. And then they do some cool things. Well, the Inferno, it does X damage to up to 3 targets each. We can kill 2 creatures and deal damage to face. We can kill 3 creatures, something like that. And keep in mind that this is a legendary spell, so it's getting a cost reduction from the Bard class, so we'll only be paying 1 red and X, and we can also just pay 1 red into it, X0, if we need to activate the Bard class as level 3, just to see another 2 cards to continue the chain. And then the Druidic Vow, same thing, gets a cost reduction from the Bard class down to a green and an X. Look at the top X cards of your library. You may put any number of lands and or legendary permanent cards with mana value X or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest in your graveyard. This card actually surprised me quite a bit. I was very unsure if I wanted to craft this originally when I first saw the deck, but I'm sure glad I did, because if you can do X3 being the sweet spot, if we look at this column, they're all X3. X4 would be ideal because then you can hit all of these, but you don't always have the amount of mana to do that. I found X3 was pretty manageable to get up to. You're going to put out a bunch of cards, or you're going to at least ramp yourself because you get to put lands onto the battlefield. How cool is that? 2 more cards to talk about in the main board. Embercleave. Guess what? It's legendary as well. That means it activates the Bard class level 3, and it gets a cost reduction of 1 red, meaning if you're attacking with 4 creatures, suddenly your Embercleave is costing a single red. Who knew this card could be even more broken? And then we're playing 2 Abundant Harvest just to smooth out the lands and the permanents in the deck. You never know if you opening hand, you have a 1 green and an Abundant Harvest. It's okay to keep that. It's a great card. I love it. Over in the sideboard, we have Hope of Giafer. We're playing 4 copies of it. Really great against control matchups. It is a legendary artifact creature. It doesn't get a cost reduction from the Bard class, but it does get a cost reduction from Nylea. Keep that in mind. And then maybe you can just shut your opponent out of the game. You attack them, you sacrifice it until your next turn they can't cast non-creature spells. That can really mess up a lot of decks that are basically win condition is the Shark Typhoon, and the rest of the deck is spot removal and counter spells. So this card is pretty cool. A little bit of life gain with the Shadow Spear. We're also playing 1 Weather the Storm. Good against the Magecraft decks that are trying to blast you down real quickly by chaining together a bunch of spells of their own. Fry can come in against the Phoenix deck. Great to deal 5 damage to a blue creature most of the time. I haven't found it very useful against white decks, and then also pretty good against Teferi if you need it. Burning Hands, super impressive. I ran into Niv Mizzet a whole bunch of times, 5-color Niv Mizzet. Well, guess what? Burning Hands nukes Niv out of the sky, and that came up a number of times in my playtesting. Then we have a Chandra Awakened Inferno, just in case you need to put a whole bunch of +1 or the +2 counters emblems on your opponent so that it deals 1 damage every turn to your opponent. And then another Jaya's Inferno if you need a little bit of more creature removal. Another Toski. I haven't found the need to bring in Toski too much since the deck does a lot of card draw on its own, but maybe in some matches that will be a relevant card for you. Anyways, this is the deck. It is super fun to play, and I can't wait to show it to you because I know it's going to be great. Stick around, see some games, and hope you have some fun. See you over there. All right, time to mess around with the Bard class. I really hope it works. I know it will. Look at that. We start with 2 Bards. A little bit light on mana, but I think it's okay. I'm going to value these 2 enchantments quite a bit. Even if they have a turn 1 Thoughtseize, hopefully we'll be able to get the other Bard class down. And then we can get out a cheap Bolas, which ramps us a little bit, so things are looking up already. A land draw would be very nice here, because then I could get out either Magda. Actually, I get Domri and Magda out with a land draw here. It doesn't matter what the land is, as long as it's untapped. I am golden. Oh, so I love it. I think I'm going to put it out on red, but I'm not sure it matters. So Domri to the field. Domri gives me a red source, and Magda to the field as a 4/2 because she gets +1/+0 from Domri and the +1/+1 from the Bard class. And she's dead. Okie dokie. Well, is what it is. Yeah, this is a thing, right? So attack for just a bit. That's the first time I've done that. That's fun. Domri doesn't matter here. Sure. This deck is awesome. I love it. Oh, I'm having so much fun with it. I don't really care what happens. I gotta double check. Am I recording? I hope I'm recording it. So what is the opponent on? It's like Jeskai control. Do I want to bring in the Hope of Geoffers? I haven't really used it too much, but it might be time to bring it in. Do I want to bring in all four? That seems risky to me. Okay, let's cut an Ovaya. We'll cut one Magda, one Gallia, and one... No, I'm going to go down one Embercleave. Like that. Okay, so this is the first time I've actually brought in the Hope of Geoffur in my testing. I didn't run into actually hard control, surprisingly. So, here we are. So this hand is a little bad. Unfortunately, Mox Amber only creates mana in the colors of a legendary creature or a planeswalker, and right now we don't actually have anything that can do that. So it's a completely unplayable hand. It's close, but I'm going to throw it away. Oh my gosh. Another tricky one. I can't keep a one-land hand. It's nice to have the Bard class, but I can't guarantee. No. Wow, the deck is just punishing me now. Alright, I think I'm stuck keeping this and kind of praying. That's a little bit brutal. Those hands, that's the... oh, well, we get lucky. I'm going to hold the Rise. She's not going to do anything if I put her out. Or it out. I don't know what it is. That's a guy, right? Cool. Hopefully they don't have a way of dealing with my Bard class. I guess it would be Memory Lapse. They're the lands. So worst case, I can't get the Bard class out, but I think it's fine to jam it. Memory Lapse is all I'm really worried about, and we get it. So things are working out. Okay, level 2. Almost free Clothis. A completely free Gallia. And I think I'm going to hold the Rise back still. Just in case I get up to level 3, I want to have a card that's going to enable the extra card draw. And I think it's probably... again, it's not going to do much on the field. Oh, Teferi to bounce my Bard class. That's not fair. So I should put this out now. You gotta bounce the Bard class. If you don't bounce Bard, yeah. Okay. Well, we get the Opus, so they can't bring that back later. That's good news. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill Teferi. And I'm just going to guarantee that I kill him. Okay. I didn't need to shock that in, I guess, but that's fine. Okay, Rada. Okay, so we got the Bard class coming next turn. Okay, I'm going to put out Rada just to give them something to deal with. And then hopefully Bard class gets on the field, can pump it up, put out the Rise, put out the Mox Amber on the following turns, and maybe get the level 5 off. And then once I get the level 5 off, I think they're going to have a pretty hard time dealing with it. Now, this tells me they have a Torrential Gearhulk. And that sucks. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's pretty good for the opponent, because now they have a good clock. They get to kill our Rada. Sure. Nothing to be done about that. So worst case scenario, they have a Teferi to bounce the Bard class again. If they have another well, things have worked out. The opponent going first. Why don't you attack there, my dude? Okay. There's no reason not to slam in. Can't cast the Druidic Vow because I can't. Actually, I can. Do I do it? Okay, this is a big risk, but I'm going to try it. X2. I needed the rise on the field. Oh, I'm an idiot. I assumed that I could actually put the Bard class out. The first time I tried that, that's my bad. Big old punt. The Bard class is not legendary or land. It's the only one in the deck that I think doesn't hit Kamal. So I basically just threw away the game there. But things were already looking sketchy. We'll see. I'm gonna still try. And the opponent is not really attacking in with the Torrential Gearhulk, so at least they didn't last turn. Maybe give me a bit of a break this turn too. Be nice. And maybe the Colossus has an 8-turn clock. Okay, 9-turn clock. Yeah. We are on a mulligan to 5, and I'm an idiot playing at the Kamal, so making things a lot harder. But, this game's probably not going to work out. It's obvious. Okay, alright. I'm good. We'll get them in game 3. We're going to play tighter. We learned a very, very valuable lesson about trying to be clever. Don't try to be clever. And, yeah. I wonder if I want Fry in the board. I didn't consider Teferi for some reason, but it might be a good idea to have in there. Kills Narset too. Our deck doesn't draw cards though, because it's Exiles. Only draws with Toski. I don't think I need all the Hopogeophers. I'm just gonna keep 2 in. I don't think 4 is the right number. Okay. Gonna keep a good 7. Here we go. And that's an okay 7. Sure. Actually, I'm going to put out Stomping Ground. How have your opinions been of the Lair of the Hydra or the other man lands from Forgotten Realms? Lair of the Hydra has been working pretty well in this deck, and I think I like some of the other ones. I like the Bugbear one very much. Yeah, cool lands. All right, so maybe we get a big Druidic Vow off in a couple of turns. That's going to be the goal, I think. Is there a reason to play out the Mox Amber? Not yet. Magda has been performing very well. If Magda gets in a couple of times, creating a few treasures, the results have been good. Okay. Let's see if they let me attack here. I think they probably have a Lightning Helix. No Helix. Oh. Okay. So I know what I'm doing. I'm going to... Oh, yeah, I can do it. I'm going to assume they don't have a way of stopping this Bard class. If they have a way of bouncing it, like a Brazen Borer or who knows what else, but I'm going to try it. They don't have the mana for Teferi. Next turn, I can maybe go real ham Oh, they could have Teferi because of that. Oh, I hate Teferi. Oh, just delete this card from the game, please. Ugh, monster. What a monster. All right. Well, we get to make a treasure. It's fine. It's fine. Get to do that. Do I want to put out Radha? Yeah, let's put out Radha. So they got a lot to deal with. And again, I can do the Bard class thing and maybe go. So got lucky getting the second one. Ah, this card. I actually said earlier this week that Teferi, I found Narset to be much more egregious than Teferi. And I don't know if I... Yeah, I don't know. Right now, in this moment, I'm feeling like I want to backpedal on that one, but... Ah, man, they're both terrible. Okay. So if I put out this, I can use my Mox Amber. Do I want to use the Mox Amber over... No. We want to level up with the treasure, I think, first. Okay, so we do this. Bard class, exile 2 cards. Don't have a lot of mana, so I don't know how hard I want to go here. But she's going to disappear anyways, so let's try it. I'll keep one. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Okay, that doesn't bode well for the opponent. Still, they could hit another board wipe here if they get a land plus Day of Judgment. Okay, Lightning Helix is fine. What are they? They're going to kill my Targanar, maybe? Cool art. Ooh. So they're shocking that in. They must have... Oh. Garbage. You're... Alright. Well, we got a lot of mana to deal with this time, and perfect hit. It's lovely. That's fine. Non-land. That's okay. Pay 0. Confirm. Ooh. Tap that for mana first. Tap this for mana. Oh. Okay. This is fun. Oh, game, where's all my legendary creatures? Okay, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. We can still... Okay, they're done. Yeah, that's the power of this deck. I love it. It's so good. It just goes. You can see. Next one. All right, more Bard class. Oh, I really wonder how many mistakes I'm making with the deck, because I feel like this is a deck that definitely requires a higher level of proficiency than other decks. Oh. And once you get really good at it, you're going to stomp people. I'm going to keep this one. I don't like not having a Bard class, but I like Magda into possibly Domri, into Nylea. You know, things could work out. Yeah, well, there's a land. And are we against Jeskai control again? It could be Phoenix. But I feel like my luck is saying Jeskai control. No, it... Okay. Is it Domri or is it Magda? I think it's Domri. Okay. Oh, Domri. If you're wondering. Pretty cool card. Fights. Does a bunch of stuff. Let's get out Nylia. Oh, I should have definitely plussed to Domri there. I might regret just snap playing Nylia. Come on, let it resolve. Let it resolve. No memory lapse. So if I had done the +1 first, creature spells you cast this turn can't be countered. I should have made the red mana beforehand, and okay, we're fine still. Okay, try to get Magda onto the field. What do you got, opponent? Really, it's gonna be one of these days. It's gonna be Magma Opus Day. Woo! Oh. All right. All right. I'm not happy about that, obviously. Let's put out Toski. I'm just going to use Nylia's activated ability. Look at the top card. I can put it in my hand or graveyard. I'm going to put it into the graveyard. Well, we're getting lamed out, which, I mean, this deck also does that. So, yeah, still. Good old Opus creativity decks. All right. Guess we get slammed here for a bit. I wonder if they'll tap the Toski and go after the Domri. It's not, I mean, Domri's not really doing anything in this matchup. Okay, well, free block. But that's a lot of serpents, and I don't have any way of dealing with it. Not without a Bard class or something. And now my Toski has to attack into this, so I guess I do that. Do I kill it? Sure. Slow down their damage just ever so slightly. They should probably sack that to tap the Magda, and then they can get in for 12. They tap. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I could have put it to Gallia to turn on the Nylia, but I don't think that's how I'm going to win this game. I'm not getting through the Coma. All right. Domri doing what he can to absorb an insane amount of damage. Thanks, bud. You're a real asset to the team. Yeah. All right. So it's got to be this turn, I think. Otherwise, this is not happening. Get the Magda. No, not good enough. All right. I'm pretty satisfied. Just going to let them go. They janked me out. They got their 2-card combo. And they win. At least our combo is a little bit harder to pull off, I'd like to think. Burning Hands seems okay. The problem is Coma can gain Indestructible, so I'm going to have Burning Hands at the exact moment that they play out Coma. Yeah, that's going to be about it. So we'll take out 1 Ovaya, 1 Domri, 1 Magda. Try it like that. Hopefully they don't have that ideal start. But we're not playing any like counter interaction or whatever, so they're not going to be afraid to throw off the creativity on turn 4. There's the Burning Hands. But what else could they have in their deck that they might be hitting? And this deck, this is just, well, Cloth is pretty good. All right, we'll try it. Okay, good. Perfect. Probably the best draw. Next one is going to be a land is the best. not a land, but I think it's still okay to go up on the Bard. Pass the turn. If I can catch them with the Burning Hands, then... Ooh. But if they hit... What else could they hit? Coma. Maybe they hit Ulamog. If they hit Ulamog, then... Yay. This is good news, though. Playing the Expressive Iteration means I can probably get the Colossus out. I don't have to hold up the 2 mana for the Burning Hands, I don't think. Anger of the Gods. Okay. Well, that's good that that's going to be disappearing. Land is fine. Sure. So I'm going to the board with Klothys and Kari Zev. Do I have to worry? Well, sorry, I'm already committed. What? Oh, Dwarven Mine's right here. 3 or more other mountains. So they can't... Yeah, they can't Dwarven Mine transmog, so I think I'm okay. That lines up really well. Okay. Sure. Let's hit that. Alright. So is it just Ovaya to get something on the field? Is it? Do I even play out the Ovaya? Like, what's it really doing other than getting hit? I think I'm on the Klothys 9-turn game plan and holding up Burning Hands. Yeah. Land, please. It's good enough. It's basically a land. Let's hit Expressive Iteration. Fine by me. Okay, so they have their Transmogrify mana up and target up. So maybe they'll go for it. And Moment of Truth, do they hit another Coma that I can hit with the Burning Hands before it makes a Serpent? Or do they hit like Ulamog and just ruin everything? That's not great. I'll be honest. But it... you know what? It's not as bad. It's just, okay, it's 4 damage to the face. They'll make a 4/4. Sure, tap down my things. It's cool. No problem. Fine with it. Draw a couple cards. I can beat this. This is... shouldn't be a problem. Oh. Didn't hit the land there. But somewhat's good to have in hand. This is only to a green permanent. Okay, passing in. Again, keeping Ovaya in hand, because if I do hit the land with the Bard class, I can go up to level 5, and then I'm going to have a card that I can immediately get value out of. Okay. Another Serpent. Well, glad I had 2. I'm going to decline it. I'm going to take the risk and hope I'm not going to draw another one. Let's get rid of the Indomitable Creativity. Missed a land. That sucks. But I guess now it's time to just do this. Okay. It's time to just win. That's stupid. That's so... I'm just having fun. Truthfully, I've been trying to figure out some other decks. I was messing around with Azorius Auras, thinking, okay, I'm gonna make a video with Azorius Auras and maybe Orzhov Auras and like compare the two. And did that deck ever tilt me? It was just making me so angry. I was just complaining constantly. And then a friend recommended trying the Bard class, and I've been so happy playing it. Just even when the opponents are hitting things like comas early on turn 4, it's still fun. Yeah, having a good time. Can you imagine that, playing Magic and having fun? It's a unicorn. Well, not the best. All right. I think I can put away a Mox Amber. Gallia's not terrible. Gallia's actually really interesting because it turns on my Mox Ambers. Okay, no Memory Lapse. No Aether Gust. Memory Lapse. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Iteration. Good card. No land, please. Find the land. Okay. Yeah. Okay, next turn it is. Next turn can maybe really have some fun. I don't know if I'm going to be wanting to commit that hard, though. Gallia. So I could activate... No, I couldn't. No. Never mind. Okay, opponent making this difficult. What's with the blink? Blink of an eye? Get that out of here. Come on. They could transmog this time. No. Okay, making me think I should probably hold up the Burning Hand. Have you ever seen a more anti-fun person than my opponent? Is that Ice Oracle? Oracle? Sure. Alright. We'll get there. They're just stalling. They're burning their cards on this. They can't do it forever. We got Burning Hand. We can take out the Coma now. Assuming they don't also... Like, could you imagine them having another Aether Gust? After bouncing and doing all that stuff to my poor Bard class. Literally abusing my Bard class. Oh. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Yes! Happy. Burning Hands. It's a real card. It's a very real card. Let it happen. Okay. I'm attacking. Okay. As long as they don't bounce the Bard class now, we should be golden. Get in. Okay. It's fine. It's a Coma. It's fine. It's fine. No Aether Gust. That's all I'm asking for. Oh, it's even better. Remember what I said about having fun? I think I'm gonna take back that. Like, who's playing Perilous Voyage in their deck and Blink of an Eye? Who's doing that? It's not real. This is not real life. Okay, I might still have a chance. This Gallia's got to jump in. No, I'm dead. I'm dead. I didn't realize I was at 9. Well, I guess if you want to know how to defeat the Bard class deck, you should bring at least 4 ways to make sure to send it back to your opponent's hand within the top 20 cards of your deck. That's where it kind of falls apart. Yeah. All right. Well, GG's opponent. At least it was a good one. We got a really good win beforehand, but what can you do against Perilous Voyage, I suppose. Next one. All right. Match 3. I'm feeling scrappy. I that last one I didn't like losing. I thought we had it, right? I put so much mana into the Bard class and the opponent was just so rude, bouncing it constantly. This hand is going to need a lot of help. Of course, Bard class, but it's not coming down until turn 3 probably, unless we draw a better land. And then these cards are not ideal. I gotta throw it away. Okay. No Bard class, but it's a better hand. Maybe we can grind them down. Mist Caller. You don't say. Okay, Karizev, very good blocker against the Mist Caller. That's a really good card against... Oh, no, I guess we cast them, right? From the Bard. It says exile, then you may cast them. Yeah. Oh, Merfolk. I like losing to Merfolk. As shown in some of my previous videos. Okay. Am I just attack? I'm just attacking, yeah. Make Ragavan. Interesting, Ragavan is a legendary creature token. If you have the Bard class on the field, it enters as a 3/2 or 4/3, etc. Okay, Radha, pretty good against the Merfolk deck as well. Okay, we got a Gallia coming down the pipeline. Gallia could be interesting because that could let me get rid of this Druidic Vow. I don't think it's really doing too much for my deck right now. Oh, land is good too. Put on the green. Another land is not great. Okay, it's fine. Too bad. The voice acting for Domri is pretty wild. I don't know if this actually activates Gallia, and I'm kind of curious to find out. Should I just go for it? It's a lot of damage that I'm getting in, and if they want to kill Domri, they got to send 2 of their blockers in, although they're going to have the Marrow Regery next turn. Yeah, I think we're attacking. I don't think... Yeah, it doesn't trigger Gallia, because technically only 2 creatures attacked, and then the third one came in after. Oh. Sure, I'm fine with that. I'm super fine with that. All right. Karizev having first strike and menace makes things just so obnoxiously hard for the opponent to figure out. Blocks. Okay, Marrow Regery, good. Can hit Domri for 3 if they want, but yeah, they do. All right, I think I guess what I'm doing is Domri plus and then Kamal X4. Yeah. Wow, hit really badly. I'm doing the other Mox Amber just to get it out of my deck, really. Okay, we'll attack. Draw a couple cards. Oh, that's 4. That's a lot of lands on top. Opponent throwing the Regery underneath the Radhug boss. Holy moly. There's just a lot of pressure that's coming in. Okay. So, we can get there without the Bard class. That's good to know. What am I bringing in? Am I bringing in Fry for some of these fish? Probably. I mean, why not, right? Have ourselves a fish fry. So, normal cuts, Ovaya goes. I think one Maggie goes. And then Nickelbolts, or Domri's pretty good. Maybe it's the Vow. We'll do like that. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Taking games here and there. Alright. Game 2. Up 1. On the Merfolk. Let's find a Bard class and some lands right off the hop. Hey, look at that. It's beautiful. Keep it. I think with the Abundant Harvest, I'm actually going to go look for a land. It's a little risky because the opponent is probably going to be fairly aggressive. I know the Merfolk deck can really get out quickly sometimes. And that's a pretty good way to start off. But, so I do have the 4th, no, okay. Now it's non-land because I drew the land. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. Still, maybe we can fry the fish again with the Inferno. Oh, no follow-up from the opponent. That's really good news for me. Okay, Bard class in, and then what can I do? Next turn, not a whole lot happening. Probably just put in the Stomping Ground, level up the Bard class, and then play toward Summit on turn 4. And that'll be a pretty difficult blocker for them to get through, although with the Mirror Regery, they'll be able to tap it down pretty easily. Okay. Do I put out the Bullet, or maybe I put out the Summit just to draw the attack? I can't put out the Summit because I don't have the Mox Amber mana available. I don't really want to take this much damage, so I think I'm going to put out Domri, honestly, just as a whipping boy. Come get Domri. Save me 5 damage, maybe more. Yeah, okay. Poor bud. So then it'll be Summit, Stomping Ground. I could just kill both with the Jayas, right? No, I can't. Not quite. What's with... Whoa, come on. This shouldn't be happening. What are people doing playing interaction for my Bard class? Leave my Bard class alone. Okay. Just let me have fun. Alright, this is 8 damage coming in. So I guess next turn I have to go for it. If I find a land. If I don't find a land, Summit's a pretty good blocker. Maybe I have to go... I don't know. Oh no, I might just... No, I don't think I'm dead here, but... I think now I need a land. Then I need to play the Mox Opal and go on the whole loop thing, and I don't know if that's going to be possible because I'm not working with very much mana here. Not a land. But no, it just doesn't work, does it? Because I can put out Targ, I can put out the Mox Amber, get 5 mana, but then I'm stuck. I don't have any more mana to get any of these other legendaries out. So the opponent got me with that Aether Gust, that timely Aether Gust, setting me back 4 mana. Was massive. Okie doke. Game 3. I don't like this precedence that's happening, this interaction for enchantments. It's not supposed to happen. The enchantment's supposed to get on the field and stay there forever, right? That's what happens. Just leave it alone. I'm investing too much mana into it for you to bounce it. Who plays Aether Gust too? Come on. I guess just like every blue deck ever, right? But we're not gonna face 4 blue decks in a row, right? Like that's not what's gonna happen. Magda doesn't really fight very well, but I might be able to get out an early Embercleave. The thing is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in to make a treasure with her. And then the Domri's mana doesn't really work with Embercleave. I think I'm throwing this one back. It's not going to help me win this game. This looks better. And I think I'm getting rid of the Vow. Okay. I swear, if I get hit with another Aether Gust, I might cry. Really impressive of the Merfolk deck, though. They had very good attackers with that interaction, so good on them. Okay, another Branch Walker coming down the pipeline next turn. This is a card I didn't put into my Merfolk deck, but I think definitely goes in. It's also kind of budgety. Okay. So, we can go up to level 5 next turn, being very risky, leaving it completely open. I think I might have to... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't really want to dump 7 mana into it to have it whisked away again. Oh, they're targeting it. They have interaction for it again. Okay, that's a better card. I'd rather just put it Rata, get the +1 on her. Magda's coming. I'm gonna put the Ovia out because she's an okay blocker, and I have a feeling they might be bouncing Rata. Unfortunately, Ovia can't make Servo this time, but maybe eventually. Ooh, the Trickster. Okay. Rata could possibly find me a land on the top. That would be really nice if I could get a land drop, go up to 5, play out the Mox Amber, and maybe make something happen. They have a Marrow Regery on top. Such a good card. So the big problem with, obviously, that we're seeing with this Bard deck is you got to put a lot into this, and if they have interaction, it was the same in the last game where they had so many, the Perilous Voyage to bounce the Bard class, it really messes things up. And they're leaving 2 mana open. It's got to represent an Aether Gust, right? A Denial. Okay. Ah, didn't hit the land. It's too risky to go, isn't it? Like, it's better to just... Emulating Fire, X3. Or X4, rather. Yeah, this is just better, right? Pretty good card, this Jaya's Inferno. So are they playing Regery and then holding up an Aether Gust, maybe? Silvergilt Adept, revealing the Regery, and then the Regery, so they might not have it. Oh, it didn't hit the land again. As much as I want to go up to 5 with the Bard class, not having any mana is really putting me off on it. So I think I'm going just 2 creatures out. It's a pretty good board. This is Karizev making Ragavan. It's going to be great. And then we got Domri coming down the pipeline to maybe fight the Mirror Regery. And then Rada pumps for 6. It's not... Her activated ability is not the most exciting. She doesn't have trample. If the board is completely empty and they're untapped, I think you can go for it. But it's not that great. Okay. Well, go with the plan of fighting the Regery. Also get the +1/+0, which is huge. Now, I don't know who I want to fight with. If I fight with Kari Zev on the Mirror Regery, it survives, but there's also the possibility that they have an Aether Gust, and they could bounce the Kari Zev before fighting, and I really don't want to lose the Kari Zev. So I'm kind of thinking I want to do Magda. Even though Magda will die in this exchange, it's going to be better overall. I'm assuming they have interaction. I've felt like they've been sandbagging a Aether Gust this entire game. Prove me right. Well, they had a bounce. So, I guess it's kind of right. I attack with everything. Better not have an Aether Gust on top of the Quandrix. A denial. Oh, it's so good. All right. So they did have two really good ones, but they didn't have the interaction that I thought they did. Okay. Okay. They're making me fight for it. Regery's so good. They can kill Domri, but I think if they go after Domri here, they're going to be in trouble with this Gallia coming. If I hit a land off the top, remember Rada? Oh! Magda tapped. She made a treasure. Well, actually, it didn't matter. I was going to probably do the Bard class anyways because this is going to be free. The problem before was Magda, Radha, and Kari Zev were all costing 1 generic. And I didn't have that 6 mana. But now... Oh, well, okay. We'll put it in tapped. Or untapped. Well, that's not very exciting, is it? Okay. Okay. Get there through Merfolk. Kind of seeing Bard class do something. Not nearly as cool as that first game, but I'll take it. Last one. All right. More Bard class. More fun. More Magic fun. Imagine that. Okay. Sure. Okay, it looks like we're probably up against Jeskai Control again. Yay. Temur Control. Okay. Just as annoying. I'm going to go out with Magda because I like her making treasures for me if she can survive 1 turn. Targnar is cute, but I don't know. The pack tactics are not as good as they are on the Werewolf Pack Leader, that's for sure. And then the activated ability I've never used before. So overall, not an exciting card. However, it is free with Bard class, and that's all I really care about. I think what I'm doing is I'm getting Nylea down. Why not? While I can. I'm creating a lot of mana here. And maybe I Druidic Vow next turn for X4? If they go shields down, I might. It's so risky against this deck, though. That's rude. So rude. Perfect card, though. Rebuilding. And Bard class plus Nylea, I think we saw it in the first game. But that can get real silly. We know that. Kamal's Druidic Vow also triggers the level 3, so we'll see. Growth Spiral. Not scared. Okay, that coming in untapped scares me. Sure. You got it. You got it. Yeah. I don't know. How deep should I dig? The problem is I will need a another Mox Amber to be able to turn on. There's a Mox Amber. Okay, where's haste? Come on, where's haste? There's haste. Yes. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It doesn't matter anymore. It's so awesome. That's all I wanted. I wanted to record that exact thing where it just goes crazy. I know in the first game it did that kind of, but just from literally nowhere, put all your mana into it. It doesn't matter if you have a Nile on board with the Bard class. You just play it. Look at it. It's free. This is going to be costing 1. Oh. All right. Get so giddy when this happens. I love it. What am I bringing in? I can't think anymore. Let's bring in a couple Hope of Gear for it. I want this card to prove itself. I don't think 4 in the sideboard is... I don't know. Is that what I want to be at? Maybe. And then they gotta have... What are they building towards? Like Anger of the Gods main board? Is it going to be Niv? No, it's not going to be Niv Mizzet. I have no idea. I don't know. I can't think. That got me too excited. I don't play a lot of combo decks, and I think this deck is kind of merging that idea of creatures plus combo, and that's why I like it. It's similar to the World Tree deck, but just better. All right, so okay, I guess we do. Maybe we put back a land, and we just rely on the Bard class doing everything for us. Is that asking too much? That's asking too much, I think. Okay, we'll do that. And we want lands, right? So if we can get up to the Bard class level 3, obviously things are going to look a whole lot better. Yeah, okay, Domri's fine. Extra mana gets onto the battlefield nice and cheap. Brainstorm, not a big deal. Let's hope this opponent isn't packing Aether Gust. Again, 4 games against blue. What's the deal with that? I wanted to face, like, not blue. Let's go out on that. And Colossus for the low cost of 1. Shark Typhoon is 0 creature value, but draw a card, sure. That means they're digging, right? And maybe a little desperate. Growth Spiral, sure. Gonna be able to turn on this Colossus quite quickly. Just 1 extra creature with Domri. I should probably hit the Brainstorm. I want to hit the Shark Typhoon because I hate it. But that's the smarter play. Okay. Domri out. Okay, let's see if I can get in with Clothis. That's fine. I'm so fine with that. Okay, you need something big, and Anger of the Gods is not going to be good enough. Nissa, who shakes the world, pretty annoying. However, China's Inferno. Ooh. Hope of Gifer. So I do this X3. Here, here, here. It's a 4-2 monkey. Do I want to play out the Hope of Gifer? It seems like a little overcommitting, but it's fine because I think Clothis is gonna end the game. Getting the good game. I don't know what they want from me. Anger of the Gods, okay. Sure. Oh, what a performance. Okay. Wrap up. All right, so the Bard class is awesome. The only way things went really wrong were obviously with a lot of bounce spells. You got to put a lot of mana into this. You know, it's a kind of 9 mana commitment over the 3 levels. So if they are playing Perilous Journey or Aether Gust or Blink of an Eye, sure, it's going to happen, but still, you saw the power out of nowhere, basically with nothing on the field. Bard class and Nylea just leads to you playing out your entire deck, and that is a hell of a lot of fun. So, try this deck out if you're interested in it. I think the cost of it is probably pretty high. That's one thing I haven't really worked out, but it's a lot of rares and mythics. Of course, you're playing legendary things, so legendary things tend to be in the rare slot. Yeah, this is a very rare heavy deck. Yeah, unfortunate, but Unbuttoned Harvest. Yeah, not the cheapest deck to be building with all of these rares in it. Still, if you are overflowing with wild cards and you are looking for something that is just incredibly fun, I can't express how much fun I've had with this deck, and I'm so happy that it is a thing. Yaking creating this awesome creation. I don't know if I want to tune it a little bit. Maybe if I played a little bit more, I could put my own spin on it. But in its current condition, I think it's close and it's fun. So try it out. Trust me if you can. If not, just enjoy the videos. Go back and watch that last game where I went off in the first match. Last match, first game. That's what I wanted to say. Anyways, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you as always. See you in the next one. Take care.